What's going on, YouTube? Back for another day. How do we move forward in a way that says, I'm not okay with being not okay? You know? And fuck the past for the new day. Pardon my French, but I don't know how else to convey a new way to be and not look back and see how painful it was, the suffering that we go through and grow through to become what? We're not sure. As we mature, we become more able to endure. And yet, they say if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. And they say time heals all wounds. And they say a lot of other nonsense too that doesn't always apply, because nothing seems to be so black and white. 50 Shades of Gray, not just the whips and chains kind. So, as I sit here in the park, trying to unwind and think about my mind and find a new way to grind forward, I've come to the realization, well, that, okay, I look like shit today. Well, big deal. I don't give a fuck. It's like Bruce Willis in a 90s movie. He looks exactly the same, and I was like, you look like shit. He's like, he looks like he always looks like that. I don't care. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you judge or critique me. I don't care. Whoever you are either. So, let's talk about my ex. On to the next one. On to the next one. Monkey bar swinging like a bar star. Super whore. Truly. It's unruly and unduly cool how women can do that. Just, I got you, and then I got him, and I'm just gonna get enough momentum to let go of you and on to him. It's like a survival mechanism, I guess. Mechanics of Marxism and being a methodical whore, I guess. And I don't mean that specifically her. I mean all the thoughts that do that. I love her. I want to speak badly of her. I want to say bad things. I have a hard time doing it. Like, I get upset, I get hurt, I get mad. I'm human. I feel the emotions of being rejected and left. But like, what hurts the most is that someone that you highly value, that you value your relationship in this person with the most, and then suddenly, out of the blue, they hold zero worth in you. You are so worthless that you're just able to be dropped so suddenly, so coldly, so savagely, so extremely. And that just means how little they actually value you. I don't care about, well, they were missing you and it was hard and they were forcing themselves to be apart from you and they're going no contact and they're doing what's best for them and self-survival bullshit. That's all fucking nonsense. Especially when she lied and she cheated on me. So she's doing that as a self-protective mechanism, so she doesn't get outed in her career at school with her peers and with his professor peers, and everybody they know would then be like, what a fucking hoe. And that's like the lowest level. If a woman is seen as a cheater, she's like the lowest level of society. A man somehow is seen like, well, kind of cool, what a stud. It's double standard, of course, we get it. But so is the double standard in so many things, meaning women control almost all sexual relationships. It's always up to them. And men control like the ability to like try and, work 1,000 different angles, but it's almost always when, consent of the woman, as it should be. But still, all the power lies with the females, especially in the Marxist modern day media propaganda propagated world of presenting as, well, prostitutes. I mean, just have to look at any IG, FB, YT, TT site to say, look at all these thoughts. THOT. They're all representing as, I'm an influencer, I'm a content creator, I am a digital creator, I'm an online influencer. It's just all the same code for ho, 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 and not the Christmas kind, So, okay, that's how they get their power back, by presenting as sexual objects and objectifying themselves to, I guess, get the most amount out of it. Looks are limited for a number of years. You might as well capitalize while you can. So that's what they do. And they ran all the men around their little fingers trying to get whatever they can out of them. Whether that's money, prestige, platform, fame, infamy, name, acclaim, some sea taming, you know what I'm saying? Some diamonds, some power, some affluence, some prosperity, some positioning, some contracts to keep them sustainable. It's a survival mechanism, I guess. It's kind of gone too far now. Especially since, now back to my ex, I mean, she dropped me like a bag of garbage, proving how little she thinks of me. If you think that little of me, that you can drop me so suddenly, that's just like a massive wake-up call. That hurts so badly. And coming up to 12 weeks here of missing you, being dissed by you and wishing you never did that, and realizing that you only did that when you got outed in your lies for what you were hiding, which was an affair with your professor. And you know that if I told the school and made waves for you, it would rock your boat so good. You would get so fucking screwed. You would probably get kicked out of school. He'd probably lose his job. He'd probably lose his wife. All the peers would disrespect you both. So that's why when I found out you were lying, you ran away and hid. She ran away and hid. I'm saying you, her, you get what I'm saying. Come on now. This is my therapy, Black Mirror. So, she abandoned me the moment her lies were exposed. And then spent all that time trying to disguise them as some other thing. You did this. It was you 5 years ago, that time, that little snapshot in time, and that little random snapshot in time. Those 3 or 4 snapshots in time were really the reason why I'm leaving now 6 years later after loving you. But the fact that you could just suddenly switch it off like a switch, true bitch. Oh, that's a bitch power. Man can't do that. Man cares. I love you for life. I will spend a long time getting over you and still always have this huge hole in my heart where you're supposed to be. As much as I try and fill it in with fillers or other people, and I'm not jumping to the next person. I can't do that. I told you, her, you get me. When I was in a relationship with her, you get me. I said, I will never be able to forget you. You're the only relationship I'm doing. I'm not doing another relationship after this one. So I'm making this one work. That was what I said to you from the beginning. And for 6 years, whenever there was a friction, and it was never between me and you, it was between me and the rest of the world, but me and you were always good. Me and her, you get me. Until it wasn't good. Until she was secretly protecting her professor and having a little cutesy affair with him. Oh my God, how nice. Let me bash that shuttlecock for you. I'm gonna leave Mark's bed at 8 in the morning and go play with your shuttlecock. And come back to him later in the day. Say, I had a great time with my girlfriends. I believed you. I fucking believed you. You wove some serious weaving of webs. What a deceitful, disgusting, evil thing to do to someone you love. Over and over and over again, you practice unloving me by lying to me. So when it's finally time for lies to be revealed, surprise, you were able to leave with no problem. And I'm still finding it hard to realize all this in retrospect. Hindsight's a bitch. Blindsight's what they should call it. At the time, you don't see it. You faithfully believe in them. In hindsight, you're like, oh my God, my eyes are ass wide open now. What the fuck happened? How could this possibly have been? She dropped you like a bin of trash, a heap of garbage, and left. That's how bereft she is. She hasn't moved on. 3 days later, she's playing badminton with him. 3 days later, I'm fucking tragedy. 3 months later, I'm still tragedy. I'm trying to make it a comedy. You see that? I'm trying to make it funny. I'm trying to find the comedy in the tragedy. I'm trying to find the triumph in the trauma, you know? It's just so rough when you find out, no matter how much you gave the good stuff, and you were never going to be enough because they were never going to be themselves. They were going to be hiding themselves and presenting as some other thing. I'm over here. I'm over here. I'm over here. Like, that's fake. I was telling it like it was real. I gave you everything I felt was real. And I still do. And it's still so hard to love you from far away when you were able to drop me like a bag of fucking garbage. It just shows how little worth I was to you. That you can replace me that quickly and with someone that you assume is so much better, even though they're married with kids. Like, really, that's not a very good business plan as a man and woman. As a professor, like, you could have done a business partner. but because he preyed on you sexually to get what he needed, you liked that and thought that's what he needed to get you what you needed, which was the career advancements and the selling of books and getting to be a professor and getting to work at the clinic. So all that stuff, shame on him for selling the dream could only happen if you cream, I'm not just casual as everything around me, but I'm talking about the adult style. Shame on him for selling her the dream of what she wants in a career, but conditional of, well, let's have a little bit of love on the side, darling. And you're getting heart-shaped fucking waffles. Heart-shaped waffles is a sign of a Valentine's Day love, you fucking bitch. Not her, him. For fucking suggesting that. He has a wife and kids at home. I mean, they would be really upset if they found out that daddy and took out another young girl for heart-shaped waffles and not mommy and the kids. I'd be livid. Excuse me. So yeah, being left like a bag of garbage says a lot. I mean, how much it hurts, but it says how she views you. Like a bag of garbage. But I'm not a bag of garbage. I have so much worth, and the fact that you could stick with me for 6 years actually says something about that worth. And the fact that you can only replace me with someone of you think higher worth means I'm at least equivalent to that. So I'm the equivalent to a doctor with a chiropractor background who has a clinic of practice and a professor and an author and a YouTuber with 100,000 subscribers. That's the equivalent. Okay. He's the level up game from me? Okay. I disagree. For reasons that I know that I have that he doesn't. Authenticity, loyalty, integrity, honesty, nobility, chivalry, true love. The things you can't buy and a degree won't get you. You can fake all that stuff. He's a narcissistic Machiavellian sociopath, egomaniac, megalomaniac. And one only has to look at his Instagram to see he's a 14-year-old boy humping a statue. What grown man humps a naked female statue? Like, who does that? That's on his profile. That is like disgusting and so childish. Even if I was with my nephew, he's 13 years old, and he did that, I'd be like, what are you doing? Get up, don't do that. No one would condone humping a statue because it's so inappropriate. And that's how he presents himself to the world. He picked up at a medical conference on his channel. He picked up a medical professional, a woman, on his shoulders. How do you do that? I'll wait for these dogs to leave. How do you, as a medical professional at a medical conference, decide to tell another female there, you're a man, and you say to the female, why don't, for this next photo, I pick you up on my shoulders? Oh, why would we do that? Well, you see, it would make me look like I'm lifting the female, elevating them up in the status world of the medical field, and perceived as you being upon my shoulders. You've got tall shoulders to build upon, and then it would be heralding the female archetype above me. Oh, that sounds lovely. Plus, I would get to feel your pussy at the back of my head, and I would get to have my head between your legs. So, win-win, right? That's what he's thinking. I mean, that's what he's thinking. Whether he's saying it, probably not like that. I don't even know how you would ask someone, hey, for this next photo, why don't I get you up on my shoulders? And we could put your private pussy right at the back of my neck. It's safe there. It's not the front of my face. But I'll spin you around after. Spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. Honestly, I don't know how anybody could set up that situation. But he's an expert at being a predator. And he preyed on my ex-partner for 4 years, and it worked. And I knew in the moment I saw that guy's photo, I was like, this red flag with this fucking guy. And I regret not being more territorial and pissing on my property, But it would have pissed her off, because she would have been like, hey, you're taking away my independence, and I'm a strong woman. I'm an avoidant, Machiavellian, narcissistic woman. And I don't want you coming around my territory because you're making me look like I am less than. I would then feel insignificant and insecure, and then you would feel like this dominating person, and I'd feel like I got lost inside you. Okay. Alright, so let's just hide your affair for 3 years and your emotional affair, your little cutesy relationship that you're building with this person. Who builds a relationship with their professor? It's not natural, especially a male to female professor relationship when they're years apart, and that's not something you should be doing. It should be classroom only. Extracurricular stuff? No. No one does that. That's not natural. With your fellow students? Sure. And your fellow professor peers? Sure. But not the status up and down. That is not a couth, cool, or very, professional way of operating. So let's just get back to how she leaves you like garbage. If someone leaves you like garbage, that shows how little they mean to you, how little you mean to them. It doesn't diminish how much they mean to me. It means they think nothing of you or me in this situation. And that part has been hurting a long time and will always hurt. But to realize it in a way that says like, that's really how you view me, eh? I love you, and I always will, and you're my best friend, but you were able to dump me in a garbage and run away as soon as that you were exposed in your lies. I didn't even do the lying or the cheating. Like, what? If I did that, then fucking go. But I didn't do it. You did it. You did the evil thing. You had intermarital affairs. You had cheating and lying. You broke the contract and the code of ethics. You were unhealthy in your thinking and your actions. And you brought that home to me. And then you lied about it and got discovered over many periods of times. And your lies made no sense. And then you treated me like further garbage by abandoning me and trying to win in reconciliation? I'm looking for reconciliation or some sort of level of something. Civilization. Like, look at anything to do with, reparations or reconciliations, or at least, I guess, the word worse, closure and but the exposure of your lies. But all you did was accept your lies and then deny them later and run and hide. And then treat me like garbage. It just shows a lot about who you really were. And I need to realize that so I can move on. And it will never hurt less. And I'll never love less. And I'll never love again. And I'll never love someone more than I could have and already did. You can't just get that. That's not something easy to find. That is not that blind type of love that is just all-encompassing. It's just not something you can just find on an app or a walk or a club or hey, this is my friend and you guys are both single and you guys are mate. Like, nah, this is like once in a lifetime type thing. And you blew it, bitch. You blew it. You blew him, and therefore you blew it. It's really cheap. It's really cheap to drop someone like me for the value of what I put on you and me and our relationship. It's like priceless. So we put a price on it. It's millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, a whole life of what we should be. And you sold that out cheaply and left me like a bag of garbage. And now I'm realizing that's how you valued me. This whole time, I guess. As expendable, as something you can just walk away from that quickly. As something that you could lie to and cheat on. It's diabolical. And it's disgusting. And I'm dumb to say I still love you. I do. Yeah, I guess I really fell for the mask of the narcissistic, beautiful person that I loved. And didn't see below the surface that you're all these other things. And I never expected you to drop me like that. If I had known I was so little value to you, I would have left a long time ago myself. I don't want to be with someone that doesn't value me. Not at all. Not even in hindsight, retrospect, not even now. Like, I don't want to be with you anymore. You don't value me at all. Why would I feel good about that? I can't feel good about loving someone that just treats you like garbage. That's not going to be good for me. Make me happy. Make me feel appreciated and loved. Your lies were your love was a lie. Your whole life is a fucking lie. You were taught by secret spies on how to deny your truth and hide behind a fake mask of never presenting your true emotion and just pretending everything is okay. And secretly, you're just a ball of stressful anxiety, pushing yourself through fucking naturopathic med school. Let's just be honest. These are not real doctors. No offense. These are naturopathic doctors, not the MDs, the NDs. They can't prescribe you with anything other than Botox, maybe testosterone, which is only recent, and that's it. Some fucking vitamins. And those are getting dropped too. So I say that to be offensive. That's as offensive as I can get. That's as vindictive as I can get. Because, I was cool with you being a naturopathic doctor. I think it's a holistic approach is great. I love it. I support it. It's very cool. However, the jaded hurt part of me says, well, you're not an MD. You're not a fucking brain surgeon. You're not a fucking heart surgeon. You're not curing cancer. I mean, maybe they are by doing it the naturopathic way. But, that's just the spite. In spite of my love for you, I'm also feeling a little bit spiteful. Because, man, I fucking hurts being left like a bag of garbage. So that's just me. That's just the garbage getting stinky. Whatever. I know. I applaud your success. I applaud it. I still from far away applaud it. I probably will send you fucking flowers the day you graduate. You fucking cheater. I probably will. And you'll just probably take advantage of that and be like, oh, what a fucking, get over it already. Move on. Like, I'll send you flowers. Your dad's anniversary death is happening this fucking coming Sunday. And I'm sending flowers. That's what you do. He died a year ago this Sunday. I'll send flowers. I would like to say something on the card that lets her mom know. I hope in loving memory of your dad, I hope that your new daddy loved you as much as I do. Your new daddy, Dr. Nick, loves you as much as I do. It would let the mom know, what is he saying? What does this card mean? Your new daddy, Dr. Nick. What does he mean by this? Because she's not going to tell her mom. She's just going to say, no, I left Mark because it wasn't working. It wasn't working. He was the worst. He was the worst, abusive. And for 6 years, I was in an abusive relationship. Like, whoa, suddenly you are? Like, your mom didn't see any of those clues and you never came home with bruises. So what the fuck you're talking about? But okay, go on with your lies and tell your mom whatever you need to tell her to make sure she doesn't look the other way. But this card would certainly suggest, well, what is he saying you're dating your teacher? Tick-tock. Tick-tock, wheels turning, wondering what the fuck does he mean by this? And then in a year from now, he sees you guys are dating. He's like, huh, so you did fuck over Mark for the fucking that guy. I mean, maybe. But it wouldn't be classy to do that on the anniversary of her dad's passing. So instead, I'll just send flowers that say, in memory of, and leave it at that. And maybe later revisit this concept of telling her mother what a cheating whore her daughter is. Lying, too. Just like mommy and daddy taught her to. How perfect. Secret spies and lies and disguise run in the family. Anyhow, I just wanted to say, I guess I realize, and I have been, she left me like a bag of garbage because that's what she thinks I'm worth. And I'm worth way fucking more than that.